The Herd, wherever you may be and however you may be listening, live in Los Angeles. iHeartRadio, Fox Sports Radio, and FS1. Wild show today. 1 hour from now, The Herd hierarchy, top 10 NFL teams. 2 hours from now, the Eagles' Lane Johnson, who I have ripped repeatedly, will join us on the show. Joy Taylor is joining me for a Tuesday today. I've said before, if I blast you on my show, I always invite you on my show. I blasted T.O., invited him on, totally respect that. Blasted Baker Mayfield, brought him on. Richie Incognito, if I blast you, I make sure my guest bookers reach out to bring you on the show. And Lane Johnson, to his credit, is not backing down. He has my least favorite quote in the NFL. I'll get to that later, but let's start with this. Over the last two nights, Sunday night and Monday night, most of you think we have three elite Super Bowl teams, New England and Kansas City, and then Green Bay last night. And we only have two, New England and Kansas City. Green Bay is not a Super Bowl team. There is a big difference for New England at home being tied with healthy Kansas City, undefeated Kansas City, several stars Kansas City, no rebuilding Kansas City, headed to the Super Bowl Kansas City. And there's a big difference between the Packers being tied late with rebuilding C.J. Beathard, a bunch of C-minus running backs, and playing for next year, San Francisco. Green Bay is not a Super Bowl team. The Green Bay Packers offense has become, hey, Aaron Rodgers, save us. The Green Bay Packers offense has become, hey, Aaron, we're trailing in the fourth. Can you make some of those really cool back shoulder throws? It's not clever. Aaron is. It's not creative. Aaron is. It's not intuitive. Aaron is. Listen to this stat. In the last 3 years, this is with Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay in the first 3 quarters of games is minus 91 with Aaron Rodgers. In the fourth quarter, they're plus 105. That tells you that Aaron Rodgers is a life preserver for a mostly marginal coaching staff and marginal roster. I watched that game last night, and my takeaway was, damn, I can't wait to watch Garoppolo with the Niners next year. There's a bunch of young 49ers. I was like, oh, this is going to be fun next couple of years in San Francisco. They out-schemed Green Bay all night. Do you realize on the road with C.J. Beathard, the 49ers averaged almost a yard more per pass than Aaron Rodgers at home with veteran coach Mike McCarthy. And what really struck me after the game, remember on Sunday night, we watched that precise and exact and that systematic march down the field, nonchalant by New England to win the game. It was a 2-minute drill instructional videotape, like they practice it 1,000 times. The pacing, the precision, the accuracy. It was almost a 7-on-7 drill. They each knew what the other was doing. Last night, Green Bay gets the ball in the huddle, a minute left, and this is what Aaron Rodgers said happened.
David Bakhtiari actually suggested that first play, so I got to give him credit, or else he'll tell me about it tomorrow. But he suggested that play, and then Ty obviously ran the ball well and got out of bounds.
So an offensive lineman turned to him in the huddle and said, hey, Aaron, remember that play we ran last year in November? Why don't you give that a run? Does that sound like how they do it in Belichick land, in Brady land? He turned to an offensive lineman who said, hey, I draw it up in the dirt, but we got grass. Remember that play we ran a couple years ago? Why don't we go ahead and try that one? Wow. Yesterday I said there are 9 teams I think can play for the Super Bowl this year, capable of beating multiple teams back-to-back in the playoffs. I needed, though, to see 2 teams more. Carolina, I'll wait till they go to Philadelphia this weekend, and Green Bay. I've seen Green Bay. This is not a Super Bowl team. This is not a Super Bowl team. Schemes, personnel. By the way, if it was not for that gift call late in the game, Richard Sherman was called for illegal contact. Monday Night Football showed about 2 frames of it. Aaron got sacked. And apparently they get a first down because of, right there, you're watching it, that move by Richard Sherman. If not, it's 4th and 19. They're punting the ball to San Francisco, which has all 3 timeouts left and can go in for the winning score. So Aaron Rodgers' career, and I'm not saying he's without some blame, is starting to feel a lot like Dan Marino's, where it's like 12 to 15 years of, wow, he's really good. Some real regular limping at the end of it. And when it's all done, why didn't he end up in the Super Bowl more? He was so darn good. That's what it's starting to feel like to me. I wanted to watch Green Bay next couple of weeks. I've seen enough. Schemes, clever, intuitive, none of it. I was blown away by the effort of San Francisco. I was shocked, outside of Aaron Rodgers, at the lack of schematics, personnel, clever, unique I saw from Green Bay. Let me shift gears to this. The NBA season opens tonight. Lakers open in a couple of nights. And the NBA season's long. It is October 16th today, Joy. And the NBA finals generally wrap up around June 16th. So October, June, that's 8 months. That's 8 months. And so you can only write about Denver's hosting the Wizards so many times. You need eyeballs. So the NBA media every year or two, or every year I should say, finds a player or two that they gotta create some interest. But this year, LeBron's not leaving. He's in L.A. for the next 4 years. So the big story you're seeing talked about all the time is Kevin Durant is leaving the Warriors at the end of the year. I just saw this one from Slam Magazine, which is the Motel 6 of NBA journalism. You should get a pom-pom with your subscription. Kevin Durant, I'll believe it when I see it, is going to leave Golden State. Starting tonight, it's 8 months of NBA basketball. It's an exhausting NBA season. We really start watching this league in May and June, and you got to have stories. And this will be a really interesting story. But where's Durant going to go? The Knicks, just like LeBron was going to go to New York, and Wade was going to go to New York, and Chris Paul was going to go to New York, and every free agent is going to go to New York. He's not going to New York. Kyrie Irving an hour ago said he was going. Then he backtracked and told Boston, I'll resign. He's going to go back to D.C., his hometown? Oh, please. The Wizards players don't even want to be in D.C. Players don't actually love playing in their hometowns. LeBron's left his twice. It's more of a headache. This whole idea that Kevin Durant's going to join the Lakers. Yes, the Lakers would love that to happen. Magic Johnson would love that to happen. I'm sure Laker fans would love that to happen. But don't kid yourself. These NBA players may appear to get along, but they protect their legacies. And for the first 10 years that Kevin Durant and LeBron have been in this league together, LeBron's won all those years. They only met once in the finals. LeBron won, Durant lost. But let's be honest, last 10 years, mostly LeBron. But the last 2, Durant's won. And for the next 5 and 6, Durant can win all of them. Meaning the last 7, 8 years of Kevin Durant's career, he may have lost the first decade to LeBron every year. He could win the last 7 to 8 years against LeBron. Why in the world, when these players protect their legacies with every PR firm they can hire, every top agent they can hire, every shoe company to build their legacy, why would Kevin Durant, with an opportunity in the last 8 years of his career to beat LeBron, surpass LeBron, equal LeBron, help LeBron win titles? Not to mention next year, the Warriors are opening a new arena. It will be the best NBA venue ever built. It will be Silicon Valley billionaires with the best owner in the league, arguably, the best coach, the best GM, the best roster. Yeah, I think I'm going to go get involved in that Lonzo LeVar Ball thing. It's not happening. The NBA season starts tonight. The media, including Slam Magazine, needs something to talk about. There are subscriptions to sell. Kevin Durant leaving Golden State. I'll believe it when I see it, and I don't think I'm going to see it. Coming up next, sometimes, thinking of Brady and Rodgers, you get breaks the second half of your career. They're good breaks, and they're bad breaks. And Brady and Rodgers, one guy, got to be honest, has gotten a lot more good breaks. That's coming up. Also, top of next hour, the herd hierarchy. You know, there's nothing that makes us feel safe on the road when you're driving in a storm like the right transportation and the fact that you can see through that windshield. Michelin premium wiper blades have Smart Flex technology. Hug your windshield for an unparalleled, streak-free, long-lasting, all-season performance. Whether you're driving in a light drizzle or an unexpected monsoon, you'll want to have a clear windshield. We are now moving into mid to late October. Michelin engineers have developed the perfect blades, automatically flexing to the curves of the glass. Like Michelin tires hug the road, they do it with your windshield. Michelin premium wiper blades. Better visibility, see clearly, drive safely. Michelin wipers available at Walmart, Pep Boys, Amazon, and other fine retailers with Smart Flex technology.
Why bother mastering something? Because when you want to create an